Taurus, this is your weekly tarot card reading from Born Without Boundaries. It is for Taurus, Sun, Moon, and Rising zodiac signs. Always check out your Sun, Moon, and Rising signs. And if you don't know them, just Google free natal chart. You'll find them out there. Because there's so much a part of you. It's very important stuff. For those of you that want to continue the message with me after this reading, I always create an extended reading and I'll attach the link to it right down below. I hope that you'll join me. Taurus, if you haven't yet, please subscribe to the channel, ring that bell, and select all notifications so that you know when I upload your favorite content. I upload Taurus content every single Thursday. And if you're looking for even more astrology, tarot, and spiritual content, I have a second YouTube channel filled with pick-a-cards and daily tarot card readings. That's where I go live now, so I hope you can join me for a live chit-chat over on Astrology Motivation. I'll attach the link above. And if you want to find me on Instagram, please come on over, but only use the link that I provide either down below in the description box or on my channel. You'll see my channel header, you'll see in the bottom right a bunch of little icons. Just push on the, just select the Instagram icon and it'll take you right to my one and only Instagram profile. You ready? All right. Taurus. A rebirth is assured. An awakening. Usually this is after a period of hibernation where you've needed rest. This is when you're coming back to life. And the wonderful thing about it is there's a rejuvenation, there's an energy about it. Because you've given yourself time to heal, you know, time to understand, time to learn. So this is you getting a second chance at something. Maybe a second chance at life. This could be a literal rebirth, very scorpionic energy, which is quite different than yours. It's directly opposite, but it's very much a sense of out of some ashes that you were burnt to, you rising up and being born again. So this is a sense of don't fear. Whatever has been hurting you, harming you, stressing you, this was the flames that were basically your conduit to rebirth. So you're gonna get better. You're going to be good. This is also maybe a new phase to your life, right? This sense of I'm not what I used to be. It has a very, to me, world card feeling to it. If you know the world card in tarot, it's very much the card that says one phase of your life is over. You're all finished with it. You completed it. Like, it's like kind of congratulations, you completed it. You don't have to even think about it. You don't even have to leave any of it over to go back to. It's over. So this is a sense of like it's dawning. This rebirth or dawning is coming from you. That's central. Now we have be here now. Ironically, it's in the past. But this speaks of just enjoying yourself and seeing the beauty of life. And that's probably what really preceded this energy was, Taurus, you got a chance to just enjoy yourself for a while. Maybe before you had to head back into work or you had to head back into some sense of duty or responsibility. But there was a sense of, this is Libra energy. So a sense of really loving and owning and embracing the beauty that was right in front of you. This very much could be love being Libra energy. We have Taurus, Libra energy here. Venus is going into retrograde and that's going to impact you. So if right now you're feeling like you're in a cocoon, that could last until the end of January because your energy may seem a little diminished. I don't think it's going to be a bad thing. I think it's actually calling for you to prep for something, or like all retrogrades do. This could be somebody coming back into your life, somebody that you very much loved. With Venus in retrograde, that can happen. It does not have to be a romantic love, but it would be real love. It would be true love. So this could be, it could be anybody that you truly loved. Be here now. In other words, the place in the past that you would have always loved to be in. Very important. Be at home, also in the past. So this person might have been home to you, or this person is coming home to you. Being that it's in the past, it could be, I don't think this is all the way back to childhood, to be honest with you, but you know, it depends on how far it goes back, where your heart is calling you. But ultimately, this is a sense of this energy when you were in this moment where if you could choose any time in your life to stop time, this would have been it. And you could just stay there forever. And when you die and you go to heaven and your soul becomes an eternal part of everything that is, this will be the vibration that you would be in, because it is joy. It is pure joy. Happy birthday, Doug Denny. So ultimately, this, maybe being with this person, in this partnership, this was the moment in your life where you felt, okay, this is where I belong. This is it. It's coming up in your past, but I don't think that means the best times are over. It could mean that you're just getting over something. Now we have trust in divine detours. This is Sagittarius energy. So right here, right now, Taurus, you are shifting. There's a switch away from. Trust it. Whatever is calling you to change, you need to trust it. Allow God to take the wheel and steer you in the direction that God needs you to go. That's kind of what it's saying. This divine intervention of sorts is, you know, directing you, especially if you're waking up to this new stage of your life. Maybe you don't know which way to go. Good. Leave room for God to help you out. Right? This is also a sense of you're shifting. Like this could be, oh, I'm taking a hard left. Why do I want to take a hard left here? Because you were supposed to go that way. And maybe you didn't realize it until now. But that's okay. There's still time. And then sing your own song. So you want to liberate yourself. And yeah, this is a lot about liberation, especially coming up upon the Gemini full moon. It's all about liberating ourselves from those thoughts, or, you know, yeah, those belief systems that we hold on to that really kind of like tie us down, right? Also a sense of hearing something, finally being able to get something off your chest and say something that maybe nobody expected you to say, but ultimately it's something that needed to be said. And you've been waiting to say it for a while. Very important for you to allow yourself to do so. Taurus. Remember, this energy is for this week. Whichever week that you're seeing this in, it's for the next 7 days. And please apply this to any aspect of your life that it applies to. Watch and wait. What have you been waiting for? Have you been waiting for some feedback from somebody? Like you've been wanting to, you want assurance. You want something to be said or done to assure you of something. Let me assure you of something. This is something you can be certain of. This was patience, something you have had a great deal of patience for. This is Piscean energy. I don't think this is stagnation. I think this is patience, and that's different, right? There's a sense of I'm actively waiting. I know, I want to see. I almost feel in some ways you're watching somebody else's behavior. Like you're waiting to see if they turn it around. You're waiting to see maybe if they say sorry. You're waiting to see if there's other options. You held out, what can I say? You held out as long as you could, Taurus. Now, see the big picture. And this is you making things not so personal, but realizing there's something going on that's bigger than you, or you have responsibilities, or something like that, responsibilities that are bigger than you. And ultimately there's a sense of your world is getting larger. Your mind is getting bigger. It's broader. You know, it's not just these little things. There's only so long you can wait or hold on to these special memories before you've just got to call a spade and let somebody sometimes have it, right? Like, let somebody know what you feel, or move on. Right? It's like, I want to wait for you, but I won't wait forever because I don't see anything coming from you, right? I have such good memories. I have such fond memories. I have so much love, but ultimately, I can't make that my prison. Love isn't a prison, right? This sense of moving on. I have spent a lot of time in this frame of mind, and now I'm starting to see things differently. From a more aerial perspective, there's larger things going on than my very narrow view. Oh, wow. Watch your words. This is coming up in the past. Somebody said something. Somebody said something in the past. I think you also held back a sense of not wanting to make a comment or not wanting to make a statement, intentionally holding back, knowing that you'd probably be misquoted. Spirit has your back, but feeling very alone in this. And honestly, I gotta say, I don't think it was right. It's almost like Spirit saying you shouldn't have held your tongue. You should have spoken up a long time ago. You should have said what you got to say what you need to say, because honestly, somebody needs to be called out on their shit. Oh, and now here it comes. What I say about that scorpionic energy, the pain has got to happen. I know you're trying to avoid the pain, or not avoid the pain, but you're trying to make it not have to be painful, right? Sometimes it's got to be painful. Sometimes life stings. It's stirring you into action. And ultimately what this is telling me is you waited too long to say something, and now it's biting you in the ass. That's kind of blatantly what it's saying. You waited too long to say something, to say your mind, and now it's biting you in the ass, because it's almost like, I don't know. You didn't lose your opportunity. Don't worry about it. And I can confirm it wasn't, like, if you thought you were trying to be fair, a good, decent person, that wasn't the divine spirit's idea of you being a good person. Like, you being a goodness, at least in spirituality, is equal to balance. You know, what's right is right. If somebody hits you with a punch, it's okay to punch them back. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's that kind of energy where that's good. And you need to just come out with it. Come out with it and let it be what it is and say what you need to say. Don't hold on to this, because what that does is just let a motherfucker run wild. That kind of energy. And there is pain here. Realizing maybe things have gotten a little out of hand, or when you step back and you realize, ouch, even though I gave them this opportunity, I gave them this chance because of how close we are, or because of how much I loved doing whatever it was, I held on, I held out, and then bam, it's still hurting me. And now it's like broadening your eyes beyond that very personal connection and realizing, well, I gotta step up. I got to intervene here. I got to intervene here. Fork in the road. There's a change of heart here. This is the time. Yeah. Fork in the road. This was, this is the detour. Trust in divine detours. But I got to go in never-ending story. Something's going to keep circling around and around and around until you confront it. A time to go, Treasure Island. I think it's time to go. It's almost like you've been circling the airport and haven't landed the plane. It's time to like bring that bitch in for a landing. But let me see exactly. What was this fork in the road? Something has changed. And maybe other people don't realize it. The fork in the road maybe was abundance. You know, really being prosperous, prospering, or something to do with a mother energy. Right? You've tried to avoid it. Maybe you've tried to avoid a specific responsibility. But ultimately it keeps circling back until you bring that plane in. There's something here where you don't really, you're stuck between a rock and a hard place. Whatever decision that you make seems like it's not going to be a good one. So how about this? Let's try to lead Taurus into what's the kind of decision they should make. And I'm going to break this down for you into specifics over in the extended. But let's try to lead them into, so you've worked really, really hard at keeping your feelings to yourself. Yeah. This is also a King of Cups. So that's Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces. It's almost like there's been somebody waiting or something been on your mind waiting. This could also be a person that has been waiting for you for a while to see how you feel about something. Working really hard. And now it's like almost like, well, I got to make a choice. So what's that choice gonna be? You're gonna go and do what makes you happy. And that's your choice, and that's what you have to do. Taurus. That's all that wants to come out from there for right now. Taurus. Why are you stuck between a rock and a hard place? Choose wisely. You feel like there's no good answer to this. Or you're going to a place where you don't know how to choose wisely. You don't know enough about the situation to make choices. And that's what could be causing you some discomfort. I don't see anything bad happening. But ultimately, this is you headed to a place that you've never been before. So you don't really know what to expect. Right? And that could be why it's like, I don't want to get too excited or too hyped or dedicate myself to something too quickly because I'm not certain. So it's less about not wanting to confront the past than it is about just uncertainty about the future or not knowing enough to feel like you can make a good decision here. Interesting. Okay, so can you guide us, please, into what direction they should be going? Somebody's been lying in wait for a while, almost like somebody's been on idle, you know, just waiting for their chance to be able to take over or do something or say something or be something. And ultimately there's just this sense of indecision. Taurus. 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 You're very close to achieving your goal, came out in reverse in the past. So that's the thing. You were very far off your mark. Maybe you weren't even aiming in the right direction. And this is in the past. And then look at the bigger picture. Twice now you've gotten that because you got giraffe energy in Sagittarius. So it's definitely a change of perspective. Something's not working out. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, a King. Something's not working out as hard as you try. You can't understand why. And you know what, Taurus? Sometimes you don't have to understand why things aren't working out. Though we'll get into them deeper. But sometimes you don't have to understand why something isn't working out. All you need to know is that something isn't working out. And that's the most important piece of information here. And the whys and the hows are basically just a way of stalling to keep yourself from having to make the decision that you know you have to make, which is, this ain't right for me, I gotta move on. Or this ain't right for me, I gotta do something about it. Okay, what's not right for you? You'll be able to understand that. Like, is it the way that it makes me feel? Is it the way that is it the way that it makes me feel? Is it who I've been becoming? Right? What do I not, there's something here. It's not working in a sense of you feel like there's no good decision, but there is a good decision. And that is stop tolerating it. Stop tolerating it. That's the answer. Taurus. Taurus. I feel desired. You are. Ooh. Let me say this to you. Yes, somebody wants you to stay. Somebody wants you in this situation. But you like to feel wanted. You like to feel special. But ask yourself this question. Do you want it? Like, I know you want that feeling and maybe you want that attention, but do you want it from this? And that's the answer to the question that you really have to be honest with yourself about. Because this could be why there's like discontentment here. And why you were waiting for something to get better and it just hasn't. Because the reasons why you're doing it is because you feel like you're wanted. People want you to stay. But do you really want to stay? Let's get into the extended. I love you guys. The link is below. Please remember to like and share this video to your social media platforms, and I will see you in the extended.